Hey guys, this is the first of a few tutorials. I'm going to remake an old tutorial I did on Bola rope manipulations. Bola rope manipulations are where you hold the middle of the rope and then you swing your handles round like so. So that's your basic Bola rope manipulation. Now I'm going to teach you this tutorial in two parts. The first part I'm going to go over forwards Bola rope manipulation tricks, and the next one I'm going to go in sort of where the rope's going in different directions. So this is the first part, and the second part I'll be going with this one going backwards and that one going forwards, for example. So we're just going to start off. To start with, we're going to want to learn the very basic Bola manipulation. So hold it out, make sure that these handles are the same length. You can adjust your own personal preference, you can hold quite close in or quite far out, depending on how long you want the handles to be out. And then just practice your forward swing so they can go past your body. Try and keep it nice and parallel so that you don't hit yourself. So they go nice and smoothly. If you can't, you've just got to focus on making sure your wrists are nice and stable and they don't turn inwards like that, because otherwise the handle might stop. Try and turn your wrists to the outside, so my right wrist will turn that way, left wrist turn that way. Okay, once you do that, I'm going to try that backwards as well, applying exactly the same principle, turning your wrist exactly the same way. Easy. After that, you want to try doing the outer phase, so like this. To do this, you just turn a bit like you're turning when you're doing double Dutch. So you just move your right arm and then your left arm, and your right arm and your left arm. So just think of it like that. Again, you want to try and keep it the shape right, so it's spinning still parallel to your body. Same with going backwards. Okay, now we've got the boring bits out of the way, we're going to go on to some tricks. First trick I'm going to teach you is the one I do most commonly. It's called a 3-beat weave, and it looks like this going forwards. And I'll just tell you the reason it's called a 3-beat weave. I've taken these names from poi, which is basically where you have a ball on the end of a chain and you swing it round. And the reason it's called a 3-beat weave is because for every time you do it, your right handle will spin once on this side, twice on this side, once, twice, and the same with your left hand. Your left hand will spin once over here, twice over here. So if you want, you can practice that just to get an idea of what each of your handles will be doing when you're doing this. So to do the trick, we're going to start by doing one tiny little bit. So I like to start by bringing my left arm over and then my right arm on top. So my left arm first, so I'm going to do two parts of the first bit. So I'm going to go 1, 2. So that's the first part of the weave. So my left arm goes across, and my right arm goes on top of it. Try and keep your rope out of phase again. So you don't want to be doing it like you do normally, skipping where you go. If you go across, you just go 1, 2, because your hands will hit each other, it doesn't look as good. So 1, 2. That's the first part of the weave. The second part, once you're at this cross here, you want to bring your left arm up here, your right arm stays where it is, does an extra revolution there, and your left arm goes on top. So your right arm will do, as I said, 1 spin there, 2 spins there. And you're here. And essentially your right arm does the same thing here that your left arm just did, and goes on top here. And eventually you should be able to do that continuously. Practice it backwards, work exactly the same way. I go over to the left to start with. The only difference is my arms are going underneath each other this time instead of on top of each other. Watch out for this one, it's very easy to hit the back of the legs. Like I just did there, which is very nice. Just to say something, I'm using a bead rope for this because firstly it's clearer for you guys to see it, and secondly because it generally looks nice with a bead rope. But when you're practicing it, practice with a short handled plastic rope in order to prevent yourself from hitting yourself, preventing yourself from hurting yourself when you hit yourself in the head. Okay, so now we've got that, we're going to try and mix those two tricks together by using turns. So this is how what a turn will look like. It's like, got tangled a bit. Okay, let's try that. And in the other way. Okay, so those are 360 turns. I'll break them apart. So, if you're turning 180 degrees to your left, you want to be doing your 3-beat weave, and you want to have your right arm on top. So it's counterintuitive. Right arm on top for left turns. Okay? So right arm on top, what happens is your right arm stays where it is. You do it like you're doing your normal beat weave, except you turn, your left arm goes on top still though. So you bring it along, your left arm goes, it starts underneath and then it works its way over on top. So it goes that. So you've got your 3 beat weave, right arm, left arm on top. For going from backwards to forwards, it's exactly the same, except this time obviously your arms swap round. So here my left arm is now on top, and then my right arm, as I turn, I bring my right arm over, so that becomes on top. So the full turn looks like this. Obviously you don't have to turn straight away, you can just do a couple of these, and then turn back again. The other way works exactly the same way, with your left arm on top, and then your right arm on top. And then you can sort of mix them together, do sort of like mad dog turns, where you turn back, and then do like turns like that. And that's just quite like a cool skill to learn when you're starting out. Just count how long I've spent on this so far. Okay, I'm going to do one more trick here. This is just quite a little cool variation where you just go behind your head. I'm not sure what this is called, it's like the weave to go behind your head. As you're turning, you bring your handles and you do it behind your head. And going the other way, that looks like this. I can do it better this way, so I'm going to show you this way. So I'm going to do this with a turn to the right. What you do is you do your turn normally, so your left arm here, your right arm will come over as if it's about to go on top of the turn. So this time, remember, you're going to bring it behind your head, and then your left arm is going to follow like so. Do this nice and slow. So left on top, right goes over the head, then the left arm follows. Okay, I don't really have too much time to explain all that, but